And we're going to remove these two badges here. These two. We'll take these off. And we're going to put these badges and two badges there on here. So I've got a razor tool down here and a drill. What I've got, this has been for the sun. I've got some fishing lining. These ones heat up, I've got the gloves on. Cutting some skin. I just took some inside the fishing reel, what I had. And all we have to do just take your time with it. That's it. We should be able to take that off. Just like that. You do not want to use that rubber wheel when there's dirt on there like this. So this badge is no good. We ain't going to be using this badge. I'll just stick it on the top there. But this stuff here, that dirt and stuff, do not use the rubber wheel what you got on this. When it's dirty like that. Try and get a lot of it off with your hand if you can. If you can, that is. If you can't, you don't need to panic though. Fishing line won't scratch nothing. And I'll stick that in my pocket for a minute. And this is the backing of it. I didn't show you, so I should show you the backing of it. Oh, it is just a piece of thin adhesive on there. I've got some badge tape for this. Bloody Alright, let's go and get the other one off and I'll clean it up. I might clean it up now actually. Just by cleaning the jacket. Just to make sure there's no dirt on it. And this is what we got here. That's a razor wheel. What you do is you just put this in the drill. Put the razor in it. And if you see that stuff on that wheel there, we're going to get that off. What I'll do is, I'll just grab a rag and we're going to clean it. We need to get this crap off the rubber. I'll take you over to the wood heap actually. And what we can do is you can just use the board. Just to get this off. Like that. got to be very careful, right? Just take your time. Don't do anything crazy. And what I'll do is I'll try and pick some of it off too, because what happens is that rubber wheel causes heat. You try and use your hand too to get it off. You can see little bits coming off. Whenever it comes to your paintwork, just then you have to use some manual labour in your wrist. You know what I mean? To get it off. And that rubber wheel's alright, but it can do damage too. So just keep that in mind. Just go a bit crazy. The only thing I don't like about the rubber wheel is it can cause a lot of heat and friction. You can actually damage your paintwork too, if you're not careful. See, once you get it started, you can just rub it to get it off. Because that rubber wheel, it will damage it if you're not careful. You're not going to be able to damage it if you're using your hand and you just rub it, get it off. I mean, a lot of people show you how to get them off. They don't, you know, some of these people, they're a bit dubious what they do. Like, I mean, you could burn that paintwork because this causes a lot of heat. This could dig in and do damage to it. You know what I mean? It's not foolproof. A little bit to go. Always run your hand in that wheel and remove anything that can be grab it. Alright, I've only got a couple of little bits to go. What I'll do is I'll just get a cloth. Alright, I've only got that tiny little bit to go in. What I've got some prep wash. I don't know if you can see that properly. It's wax and grease remover. And what we'll do is, I'll just put a little bit on the paper towel I've got. And what this will do is remove any wax or anything, because we've got to stick, I'm going to put another decal on in. You can see that now. But I'm just going to finish it off by hand with some wax and grease remover. And this will take the polish off it, and that's it. We've got it all off. And what I'll do is after I put the decal on there, I'll polish it. I won't leave it like this. Right, that's it, and that will make it go pale a bit. We'll dry this, and that's it, and we've got it off. That's how you remove badges from cars with, hang on, sit this paper down, this badge in, with fishing line. A real thin piece of fishing line too. Don't get that real heavy gauge stuff. And yeah, that's what we've got. Got a nice finish. The reason why I wiped it with wax and grease remover is because when you leave it, the wax and grease remover will actually remove any of the wax and stuff. And when we put the adhesive on these badges over here, when I get them off, I'll clean them and I'll show you how I do that. And yeah, we'll take a couple of quick measurements of the ones that I've got off, or I probably won't have to because I've got the boot lid sitting there. But I'll bring this over to him. Just got to be careful not to damage him. I've got to stick these on a drum or something, and I'll keep out the shade. And what we'll do is we'll just grab that fishing line, and we'll go this one first. Just go slow with it. It's a bit like a saw motion, but don't go too fast. Just go real easy. Just like that. We should be able to lift this off. Now, how that's come off like that, it's good for us because we don't have to clean the back up. So I'll be able to put sticky straight over this, and the craps remain on the carry, which it wasn't even stuck on there hardly as it is. You can see that. See that dirt? It wasn't even on there properly. It was going to come off sometime, but it's nice and clean. So that's one. The next one, we've got to be a bit more careful because this is a little bit tedious, this one, because we don't want to go damage. But is that in bloody one, or that's all bloody letters? That'd be right. Oh Jesus, it's all letters. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, when they don't put them in bloody one piece, they put them in all these individual bits. It would have been nice if it was just one. Just go easy with it like that. That's it. And I have to clean all these back pieces up on these letters, all of them, to make them all flush and even. Whoops, just drop one. To make all these even. It's good that it's stuck on there like that. And that's it. Trimmed. Alright. So what I'll do is, I'll take these inside, and I'm going to clean them up. I'll put adhesive on them. And once I've done that, I'll show you that part. We're going to put them straight back onto this bootleg. And once we get set up inside and we get the tools, we'll get them ready to put on. Alright, we've got the badges in here. And first of all, we're going to do is we're going to make sure we level off the back of this badge. So all we need is a Stanley knife. Keep it flat. Just drag it across there. There's nothing sticking out on it, so that's good. Now these little ones, they've got a little bit of foam and that's sticking out. So what I'll do is I'll just got to trim up any of that crap off it carefully. Whoops. Because we need these flat. Oops. Just got a little bit here, it's a little bit high. Just cut that little bit off. And the only reason we're doing this is because I got this badge tape here. It's called 3M Press in Place. I'll make sure. I'll just pull that little bit off there. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. And if you don't do this, you have to go and buy them. If you don't want to sit there and clean them up properly. See, when you cut them, like, you know, some of them, they're already pretty good. They only need, you know, a slight trim up. Like this one here. The other end's perfect. It's just a little bit higher here. You don't bloody cut your table, but what I'm saying is they're nice and flat. They're not nice and flat. So all we have to do is just trim that crap off. And you think, see, this one's perfect. This one's flat as a pancake. Don't even have to touch it. This one here on the end is sticking out a little bit. So we're going to have to trim that up. Just in a saw-like motion with a sharp Stanley knife. Don't go bloody cutting your table or anything. I think I'll put a tiny little mark on there then. Yeah, it needs a little bit off there. perfect. It's nice and flush. And this one here is a little bit bulgy on the ends. So what I need to do is cut this off so it's flush. And also like that. And we can see it's high on there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the angle of the camera right. You can see that it's high here. So we need to get that off too. Oops. So we just need to saw it. Always when using a Stanley knife, make sure you always cut away from yourself, because if it bloody slips it's going to slice your hand open. Right, that's good. Right, now this is the crap I just cut off it. The old adhesive. Right, now let's move that crap away. What we'll do is we'll try and see if we can clean these up a little bit. I'm not too worried about them. Good enough for me. Alright, now the next part of it is I'll move these leads out. What we need to do is you hit, this is 3M, it's called 3M press in place. So what you want to do is we want to get a piece. I don't think that piece there will be long enough. No, it won't be. So what we'll do is we'll just get this piece here. We won't go cutting it to the end. We'll just cut it in half, probably about here. Shit, carefully. I'm going to bloody reference. I need that for the other numbers. Or letters, I should say. Righto. So what you do is with this 3M, it's on a wax paper. This is what you do. Peel this off, just so. Leave it upright. Whatever you do, don't go getting your fingers stuck in it and get your badge. You press your badge into it like this. You turn it over and you can see the adhesive on here. What you want to do is you want to make sure you rub it around properly, as you see me doing. Rub this properly, and when you go to peel it back, you see the adhesive that's stuck to it. I'll show you. See the adhesive on there? See that? We don't want to go taking this off though until we're outside. So what we want to do is because this is really sticky stuff. See that? And it's stuck on my finger. It's a very sticky residue, and I've found when you put it on badges and stuff like this, is to make sure that you work it on the back. It's called 3M press in place. I've found that you must rub it in properly on the back of these badges like this to get the proper adhesive. Because if you try and take it away too quick or anything and you don't get this on there, you won't get that adhesive to stick on the back of it. So like this. So we've done that one, and that was off the tab of it. Now I've got one here, it's folded over, and what we'll do is I'll just peel this off. I'll lay that piece down, and I'll stick the numbers on it. I'll stick that on there. I'll put the R on, make sure it's clean on it. Just like that. And what I'll do is I'll cut this off. It sticks to bloody everything, this paper. You might be able to get the E on it. No, I won't worry about it. Trying to get the E on it. It's all gummed up, the scissors and that, because this is what the adhesive is. Hopefully you can see that. That's like what sticks onto the back of it. It gums up everything. So what you do is when you got on these numbers, if you don't get that adhesive on your hand or anything when you're pressing it, or you don't want stuff to stick to you, just use another side of the piece of the paper, what you already took it off, and just work that stuff into the numbers like that. And what we'll do is just set these two to the side. I wasn't supposed to be touching the top of the numbers. I've got that adhesive shit on them. I've got the shit everywhere a bit. Righto. I've got another piece here. We'll stick some more on it. We'll put the E. Put the E right there. Put the D, and we've got the N. Put the N up here somewhere, will we? Rightio. What we'll do is, whoops. Alright, I've got the pieces here, and what I've done, I have to sit down for this. What I've done here, I've got a mark on here, right where the T's got to go. So all you do is we pull this off. Just as you see me doing. Any excess, what you see, just get that off. And then all you have to do is put it on the car. Just like that. That's in perfect alignment. Right, that's only bloody one. What I'm trying to do is hold this up and show you at the same time, as well as getting it off here. Whoops. Just dropped the bloody other numbers on the ground. I got them on a piece of, whoops. Just pull it off that stickiness. Make sure you put your rubbish in the pocket too, don't let it blow around your place everywhere. Alright, let's put the R on. It's a bloody tedious job doing this, like, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's, when you see it on that boot lid over there, and then you actually got to bloody put each individual letter on there. What I did is I marked it. I marked this first. What you can see here is I measured it from here to here on the other boot lid, and that's how I knew where to put the thing. And then it's just got a small gap in between. Got to get the E off. And this is what panel beaters use. This press in play stuff. Because these emblems, if you went and buy these emblems new, whoops, make sure you don't get your hands on the stuff. If you go to buy it, they'll be charging you something like $60 an emblem. Shit. I'll just grab the standing knife for a minute. The reason why I grabbed the standing knife is the press in play stuff has got in between the E. And we don't want that, we want the badge to look nice. So what I'll do is, I'll just thread the standing knife into it. And I'll just fish that stuff out with the blade. Right, enough of that standing knife shit. Let's go and put it on the car. And if you make a mistake or something and you're not happy with it, you can take this back off. You're not going to damage your paintwork or anything. I think I might have a little bit low, but no, it looks alright. Yeah, you can take it off and you can redo this. So I've got TREN. And you can redo them if you want to, if you're not happy with one. It's no big deal. You just take that one off and fix it back up if you're not happy. Just make sure you get it in the place where you want it before you go to put any pressure on or anything. Make sure you're happy with that spot first. And I'll clean these up after I finish. We've got one more to do. which is the D. We can see that stuff in the D. I'll show you. You can see that stuff in the D. We just want to get that out. We don't want that in there. Alright. I'm just going to put the D straight on. Just like that. I think I've done a pretty good job, really, considering it's all white. I didn't use any line here across it, and it looks like it's pretty good. Just make sure you go along and press them properly. Don't go pressing too hard because you end up pushing it down in it, because these cars, they're made like a bucket of shit. And we've got our rubber pads here, which is, I've already got it all adhesive really on there. And this one sits below about here, under that one. Our badges are pretty straight, yep. They're not out of whack or anything. Yeah, looks good. So what we'll do is we'll pull this one off. Just as you see me doing with others. And the adhesive will all come off on this. So get rid of that, put that in your pocket. Because littering's bad. And yeah, bring this around. Just clean it off. Just clean it off here. And we'll go and put this one on. Whoop, watch out. It's about right about there. Right, yeah. Just push that on. Just your wheel, your rubber wheel to get it off. It's called a adhesive razor pad. Stripe removal tool, they call it. I don't think it's got a part number or nothing on it. And yeah, thanks for watching. And please like and subscribe.